Picture this. You're walking along a crystal blue beach. You spot a beautiful decorative shell. Little do you know, touch it and it could be the end of your life. Say hello to the cone snail, and while it might look harmless, this is one mean mollusk.
A lot of dangerous animals have one or two types of venom. These things have a whole cocktail.
Packed full of poison, the cone snail uses its deadly cocktail mainly for hunting, but also for self-defense. Of course, this critter moves at a snail's pace, so it needs a smart weapon to catch its prey.
It's like the ultimate stealth fighter.
Hunting at night, the cone snail uses its sense of smell to track down sleeping fish. And then it fires a poisonous harpoon.
It's like a hypodermic needle into the prey, just sprays out the venom, and the venom instantly goes to all the different types of organs, the heart, even all the muscles, causes instant paralysis in the fish, and then the snail will engulf the fish, while it's still alive and paralyzed, and swallow it whole.
When targeting a tiny fish, it spears, then swallows it in 10 seconds flat.
It must be the ultimate nightmare for a sleeping fish. Imagine if you were at home in your bed tucked away nice, and this big garden hose thing came through your bedroom window with a harpoon the size of a fence post, shot it through your body, dragged you out through the window and then swallowed you alive. I mean, that's the ultimate nightmare. Even Hollywood doesn't do things that bad.
For humans, you won't get eaten alive, but the venom works in a similar way.
So there are about 1,600 species of cone snail all around the world. It's the ones that eat fish that are dangerous to us because their venom has evolved to knock down fish, which is a vertebrate. And with us being vertebrates as well, the venom just works as effectively on us.
Cone snails can be found all around Australia, but the most common dangerous species hang out in the tropics. They usually live on reef flats where people go snorkeling and walking in the shallows. During the day they like to burrow, but at night they come out to hunt. The shell can grow as big as an adult hand, and that deadly harpoon is one of the fastest mechanisms in the ocean, shooting out at 1/2000th of a second.
It'd be more power than a high velocity bullet.
A velocity so powerful, the speeding spear can penetrate a thick wetsuit. It's as much an open target as the naked skin.
There's no safe way to pick up these shells because the proboscis can stretch out all the way around and harpoon you.
The cone snail isn't out to get you, but if you pick it up, it might just attack in self-defense.
Where the fatalities have occurred, people have said, oh, it's a pretty shell, pick it up, put it in their pocket, going swimming, and then a few moments later they get harpooned, paralysed and drowned.
Even the experts aren't safe from harm. In the line of duty, they constantly face the risks. Risks of which they are all too aware. Risks that still take them by surprise.
There was one gentleman who was a collector for the Western Australian Museum. He was targeting them and collecting them, and he had them in a catch bag. And one of the striatus cone snails fired the harpoon, and it went through 3 layers of wetsuit and just got him in the upper cheek of his bum, and he went down. His wife had to pull him out of the water, get him into the boat, got him into hospital. But because the harpoon didn't actually go right into his skin, it just tipped the skin and just put the tiniest amount of venom in it, he actually survived.
He lived to see another day, but there are few human survivors. When a cone snail strikes, the cocktail of venoms hit the central nervous system, and the result is a full cardiovascular collapse. Help is the only chance for survival.
You need to be ventilated the whole time.
From the moment of impact, the victim has only a few minutes until they're facing serious problems. With no anti-venom for the cone snail sting, the only option is keeping the patient alive until the toxins wear off.
So you have to rely on those people around you to keep you alive.
If help doesn't arrive in time, it's a likely 60 minutes to certain death.
Unless someone is giving you constant CPR and then you're taken to a hospital and put on a ventilator machine, you won't make it.
Despite its deadly reputation, this small snail could be our savior. Scientists are studying its venom because of its uniquely deadly properties, and they're convinced it could one day provide a cure for cancer.
They have specific parts of their venom that will go to specific organs inside the body, like to the kidney, to the spleen, to the liver and all that kind of stuff. So the idea is that with a lot of cancer research, drugs and things like that, if they can work out how the cone snail venom targets just one organ, then they can attach the cancer drug to it and act as a guided missile inside the body to go specifically to where we want that drug to go and not damage any of the other organs around it.
While these mollusks might be helping us out in the lab, they're far from a harmless garden snake. Shell collectors beware. This is one pretty ornament you don't want to get close to.
In the tropical waters around the world, there's a little rhyme that we teach kids: if you see a cone, leave it alone.